This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. Well, Justin Bieber, as we know, his team came out and said that he was never one of Diddy's victims, as was portrayed in a lot of videos. I don't know why he's speaking out now all of a sudden. There's a lot of negativity around Justin Bieber right now, where TMZ's reporting that he actually went broke and had to sell his music catalog. We kind of went over that. It's still shocking, because this is one of the biggest stars, still one of the biggest stars out here. And I mean, Justin Bieber, let's see, what is he still getting for monthly listeners? I mean, 80 million monthly listeners. He's up there with Drake, but yet went broke. That can happen to anybody. I mean, I guess he doesn't even look like he spends that much money, but I guess he does. Diddy's attorneys are proving Cassie enjoyed the freak-offs with Puffy. I think they kind of accomplished that. You know, I'm not trying to like downplay a victim, because she is a victim, but it seems like she enjoyed the freakiness. But of course, you know, nobody would ever. You know, I saw someone in my comments says, "How do you dare you speak about a victim like that?" You know, you got to look at things like realistically. By her testimony, you could see that she kind of enjoyed the freak-offs, but it took a dark turn when he's beating her, you know, and then manipulating her with blackmail and videos. That's the victim part of it, you know. And she seemed like she got hooked on drugs with Diddy, like it was a thing they did, you know. They were toxic for each other. That's what the point of this is. But Diddy took it to a dark place, where he takes with a lot of people, where he tries to control people and blackmail them through his power. Okay, people need to stop being Care Bears and look at life realistically. You know, there's two sides to this story. Is Diddy still a scumbag? Absolutely. But is he guilty of a RICO? I don't know. You know, like, guilty of other things. Fat Joe responds to the people that are mad at him and Jadakiss that started doing a podcast. The podcast, first of all, this is Fat Joe's third attempt, okay? The one he did from home with Revolt, where, you know, he was buddies with Diddy, all of a sudden doesn't have Diddy's back. It's funny how many people turn their back on Diddy, like Khaled, French Montana, Fat Joe, Rick Ross. These are people that knew what was going on. They've been around. They knew all this stuff. But yet now, it doesn't serve them anymore. Fat Joe only had that Revolt show because of Diddy. It wasn't good. And the show he had with Tidal failed. This, I'm not trying to be a hater, because I love Jadakiss. Pause. Jadakiss is one of my favorite artists, and I owe a lot to Jadakiss. But I know Jadakiss. Jadakiss does things for the bag, and that's all that moves him. He's not motivated to start doing podcasting now. Jadakiss likes to go drop bars in the studio, go perform, party, do his sports, go home, and hang out in Yonkers with his friends. That's what Jadakiss likes to do. And work out, obviously. He does the juice bar and everything now. So Fat Joe was doing this because he needs to chase these bags, and he needed someone to carry him on the show. He picked the wrong person, because Jadakiss ain't going to carry the show. Jadakiss is just Jadakiss. You know, he's we like Jadakiss for something else. We don't like Jadakiss for being entertaining and podcasting, right? Maybe 15 years ago it would have worked, because it would have been shocking for Jadakiss to make that move. But what Fat Joe needs is somebody that was actually going to carry the show. He was better off getting Poetic Flacco or somebody to do the show with him. This show will last 6 months until the bag is up. They probably have a 6-month run on the because Jadakiss and Fat Joe will secure advertising dollars. You know, Boost Mobile. They already have Boost Mobile and a bunch of. Nobody uses. Do you think people use Boost Mobile? But Boost Mobile's on its last leg, so you know they're getting the last out of it. They're squeezing the juice out of Boost Mobile. Boosie reacts to day 4 with Diddy. He says, I didn't see no crimes committed in this case. There's no way this is a RICO charge. You shouldn't be sent to jail for being a freak. This is a case of 2 freaks in a relationship having ups and downs. Anyone who thinks he should be given a life sentence is sick. The government never arrested Hugh Hefner for the freak. It's true. I mean, I think Hugh Hefner died right before the Me Too movement. Because if he had like 10 more years left, I think they would have been brought up on charges. Remember they did that whole expose on Hugh Hefner in the Playboy Mansion? And they were interviewing Playmates and how dark it was there. I mean, they would have loved to send him to jail. But he had already died. He escaped it. Then only thing I see is a domestic violence. Yeah, exactly. It's domestic violence, blackmail I see. Some type of manipulation. I don't know what kind of charge that would be, but it definitely blackmail. Which is serious. That's a serious charge, and domestic violence for sure. Can you call a charge on controlling somebody? I guess that would be blackmail, right? 50 Cent moves on. He doesn't react to day 4 with Diddy. He talks about he's at a Playboy swimsuit party. Not Playboy. Sports Illustrated. But then it's almost like 50 wants to get canceled. Why would you title this Sports Illustrated Bad Biatches Everywhere? Me and Rob Gronk was chilling. You know the vibes. Bro, to be calling girls the B word at a Sports Illustrated, you're begging to have backlash, bro. You're begging for it. Then he says, Salma Hayek, you're not allowed in. She's in the house, baby. They won't even let you in. I don't know who he's talking about, but hey, okay. And then Taxstone, somebody needs to take his phone. He's boofing the phone. Guys. Boss. He says Alex Fine, who's Cassie's husband, says he needs to be thanking Diddy. Boy taught her all that stuff you be liking. Cassie ain't never asked her man to pee on her. He peed off. And then he says, I would hope Cassie ain't want to F 13 men. But why the F would Diddy want her to do that? What was he getting out of that? Free Diddy and Cassie. They the same. What? Yo, Taxstone's cooked, bro. Give him 10 more. Kelsey Harris, not Tory Lanez, shot Megan Thee Stallion bodyguard claims. Yeah, we knew this. This has been assumed, but she got immunity to testify for some reason. They retry the whole case and cancel her immunity, to be honest with you. This is sick. Hey, I'm not saying that Tory Lanez didn't instigate the situation, but these 2 girls were going at it, and Tory Lanez happened to be there and got the blame. They both cooked that up. They don't like each other anymore, obviously, Kelsey and Meg, but both of them didn't want to go to jail. Send Tory to jail. They somehow in their head, they made him the villain, when Meg was the one that smashed Tory while he was dating Kelsey. I guess she went home because she was sick for a while, back to Texas, and that's when it happened. It's a sick world, man, you know. Then we got Wale. He goes off on the media. He says, you know, there's some serious scumbags in the industry. I ain't do press in 3 years, and as soon as I get back, they try and tarnish my reputation for absolutely no reason. And as an artist, what can you even do? This industry is insane. So he was on the Morning Hustle show with this woman. If you don't remember her, remember Michael B. Jordan on the red carpet? She called him corny, you know, the corny guy. So in a podcast, her name is L'Oreal from the Morning Hustle. and she said it's actually another girl on the podcast, but she agreed with her. Dominique the Diva, who used the term corny when referring to Michael B. Jordan during a podcast episode. L'Oreal admitted to making fun of Michael B. Jordan's name in high school, but denies calling him corny. But he called her out on the red carpet, as she should, because she was just trying to set Wale up by like, oh, didn't Diddy hang you over a balcony or something? Like, what? He's like, why are we even bringing that up? I'm just coming back into things, trying to promote my music. You know, it's crazy. Then we got Dame Dash wife, Raquel Horn, ordered to sell stake in Dame Dash Group, or in the Dash Group, which includes Dame's film studio and streaming service, to help him pay mounting debts. He has like $10 million in debt. It's sad, man. It's sad to see Dame go out like that. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. I appreciate you all, and I will check you guys in the next one. Yes, and I'll be back with some more news very shortly. Peace.